Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michael of Planner Time with Michael. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Whew, wait till I tell you about the end of my week last week. But I'm going to tell you about it as I planned because it was a whopper. And this week, or today, I'm going to be planning for the week of the 25th through the 31st. I can't believe it's going to be September already. It's flying by. For this spread, I thought I wanted to use this Summer Florals book by Catchall Plan. I don't want summer to end. I do want the heat to end, but not, the summer, if that makes sense. And I had it open, this set. I think I was going to use, I had it open. I think I'm going to use this set. So I think these are really pretty. So you have your boxes, your bullets, your decorative boxes, plenty of boxes to choose from, right? You have lists, which I never really use those, but I could. Then you have all these floral stickers, these two giant ones, and then these two and all of these. So, and then you get another set of those. So we have plenty to choose from. And I don't think I'm going to stress at all about this plan. How it turns out is how it turns out because, okay, so let me get started and then I'll start my soap opera. Is this in frame? So I think I'm going to take this big giant sticker, and I love these, but you got to be careful with these because it's like you get one shot, because I can't imagine having to try and take this big old honkin' sticker, off of the planner page. So, and I think I'm just going to put one in each corner. I'm going to move this. So, like right here in this corner. So, Thursday at school was awful. Like, I just had an awful day. Okay, now, pay attention. Don't do too much talking because I want to try and lay this somewhat straight if I can. Hopefully. Now, that's really crooked, but you know what? I don't care. It's got bubbles in it. Oh, mamma mia. Okay, y'all, I fixed it. I'm going to edit that part out, but I fixed it. Isn't that beautiful, though? Isn't that that makes me feel really good. So I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm going to get the other page, and I'm going to put that one down in this corner. I don't know why I'm not using my pokey tool. Hello, that's why I made it, to use it, and I never end up using it. So I got to try and find out where this sticker, there we go. See how much easier it is using this? So let me put this old big honker down in this corner. Hopefully, I can get it down in one shot and I don't have to, act like I'm performing surgery for 18 hours. Okay, I got that one down. It is crooked, but you know what? It's fine. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. I was just thinking before I started filming this, before I even started my YouTube channel, when I started decorative planning, I could have never, because it would have taken me, it took me forever to do spreads. And I'm like, what's the point? You're going to look at it for a week. You're going to flip it. I know this is crooked, but eventually it'll just, I'll ignore it. So anyway, so let's get to planning. I don't know if I'm going to make, because this is such a large sticker, I'm probably going to just put everything I'm thinking outside the boxes because it's going to be, how do I want to say it? It's going to be too hard trying to put everything in. So I may not even put lines down this week. I may make use of those checklist stickers. Can you see me flipping through here? Okay, I know I'm going to want a box. So I'm thinking maybe I should try those checklist stickers. I never ever use these. I never use them, but you know what? Maybe I should try. How many? Did you just get 3? See, I want to make use of them now, and I only get 3. So you do get a lot of bullets. Maybe I will, and I will obviously use these as a checklist. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take one of these, and let's see how this is going to look. I want to try and center it somehow. I don't know how that's going to work, but like I said, because I never use these. And these are, I think, more for the classic size planner because I'm going to move it up some. I was going to say, I really don't like these stickers. Not that it's, because they're hers, but in any book, I never use these. Because I don't know. I'm not crazy on the way they look. What if we try that? You know what? I'm going to try it and see. You got to try new things, right? So let's try that and see. So then I'm thinking what? Maybe a small box in here. A small box and a bigger box here. I am not sure. I should get my black quotes book out. Do I have it handy? Of course, I don't. Okay, found it. It was to that side of me. Mamma mia. Okay, let's just... I'm kind of thinking maybe a quote up in here maybe, but then I have to think, I don't want my boxes all together. I mean, I guess I could do a cluster of them. Maybe I could do like a cluster here and a quote down here. Let's see. And again, I'm going to try and, although I know I will worry about it, but I'm going to try hard not to. So like if we did a cluster, look at, I have my... Oh, look at, and a sticker from the last plan with me. I forgot to put back in the book. So I have that, and then I'm sure I could do like maybe this sticker. So see, I'm thinking like maybe a cluster like this. Like I could even overlap them, or I could put them right next to each other. And then another box over in here. Thinking like something like different placement, but something like those three boxes there. But then see what I mean? It's all, then I have this big open area. Unless I do something, now I could put this here, but then again, I'm really sticking in the lines. So, which I mean, okay, so let's say I put that there. Couldn't I? But then I got a line, and I really don't like that. Could I do something like this? You know what? We're just going to do it, and because if I sit and ponder this, we will be thinking about this all day long, and nothing else will get done. So I told you I was going to talk to you about my week, and then I kind of derailed. And I could put it here. I'm thinking, come on. I'm thinking this one, like maybe right inside here. So maybe like right there. I'm not worrying about the black lines on the page behind it. That's fine. And then maybe another one of these here. But again, I only have 3. So do I want to use 2 on this side? Then I only have 1 for the other side. So I kind of want to save those 2 for the other side. So that being said, I could just draw lines. I could use bullets. What do we think about this business? Let's look for, since I'm thinking a bigger quote down here. Maybe a couple bullets here, lines here. And then if I need to, a box. But again, I really don't need all of that space. Okay, let's find a larger quote. Something I'm wondering, like if I could fit something here. Okay, I gotta adjust some things because I don't want things on my desk falling and causing a complete kerfuffle. Okay, let's see. So Thursday was an awful day. First I had a meeting and, they had to take a sub to cover my class. The meeting, craftiness is happiness? No. The meeting was, here we go. The meeting was, my gosh, 2 hours long. Just so we're clear, I don't care. I don't know, I don't care. Oh, yeah, oh. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But, I'm thinking this one. I can do hard things. So, had a 2-hour meeting, right? Then right after that, I had another hour-long meeting. So 3 hours in meetings, right? Well, I get back to finally get the kids back, and they're going all haywire. I mean, I don't know what happened when I was gone, but it was a mess. Had a kid end up cutting his hair. I'm like, what? How? So, had to deal with that. So then I had to take him to the front office. They had to put a different sub in my room. It was just a whole thing. And I think I'm just going to plop this down right here. You know what? Why not? Oh, I have those decorative floral stickers I could use too. I forgot about that. And then I set another list here. However, could put lines in here. Now I'm at a loss for over in here. Unless I just do a floral. Are there any florals? Larger florals? I told you I was going to tell you all this, and now could do one of these too. Wait, is this the right? I think it is. Could do one of these too. But kind of thinking maybe a smaller box or a couple bullets here. And then a floral in here. Why don't we just do that? Because like I said, if I keep hemming and hawing, we will be here all day long. And nobody's got time for that. Okay, so let's just put that one there. So, yeah, so that happens. So finally the end of the day comes, right? Now this is Thursday. And, I mean, it started raining when I left school. And my school it's a little ways. On a good day, it'll take me just short of an hour to get there. It's taken me 3 hours before when there's been accidents, which there are all the time. What am I doing in here? There's a whole lot. Oh, floral, I said, right? Maybe. So, or do I want to save the florals for the sidebar? Well, there's a whole bunch of them, so I don't think I need to. Maybe this one. So, I'm driving home, and of course, a cop goes by. So I had to pull to the side to let him go. Well, right after I started pulling out from the side, da-dum, 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 I hear thumping in the tire. So you know what that means. I'm like, yep, okay, I know it. That doesn't look bad there, does it? So, yeah, when you know it. So I'm driving home, starts to pour. Of course it does. And I keep hearing it thump, thump, thump in the tire. So you know what that means. So, now I think I want another one of those maybe over in here. I also want to use one of those large box stickers, the double boxes, for gratitude. So, okay, so I got to think for a second how I want to do this. I'm thinking, let's just, you know what, let's not try and split hairs. Let's take one and find out. Let's use the wax paper. Oh, I still have that in there too. So now the other thing I have to think of is I have the big hit of floral on that side and down here, and you probably can't even see this. But let's think for a second. So I could put this here. Maybe, or maybe here. Since I have this hit of floral, I don't know. Does it really matter? I don't really think it matters. But if I did this here, I could do another list. Maybe here, a bigger quote here. What do we think? I think I'm just going to put it up here. And so I get, home. I know I'm trying to, And I notice when I pull into my development, a lot of people, as well as I do, have those white vinyl fences. Well, I pull into my development, and almost every other one, towards everyone, the majority of them were blown out. I said, what in the world? And then I'm thinking, oh, God. Meanwhile, my tire light was on, the tire pressure light. So I got to deal with that. I don't know how to change a tire. I wish I did. I'm not going to, be embarrassed to admit it. you know, it is what it is. I just don't know how to change it. So I think I'm going to use both of these this week because I know I won't. If I don't use them now, I won't use them. So tire light comes on, you know, flat tire. Okay, here we go. So maybe this here, or do I want it here? But then what's going on over in here? Like if I put that there, I obviously don't want a quote here because it's right there. I'm thinking a quote over in here. So maybe this here, maybe some bullets here, or bullets here and a box here. So I look, and of course, mine is blown out too. You know, not the whole thing, but a lot of it. If I can, I might try and insert a picture so you can see. But I'm like, did a tornado come through here? Like while I was at work, but again, it's, you know, a little bit away from my house. It didn't even rain, you know, not until I was leaving. And then then I had to deal with that. I'm like, I can't anymore. So I took Friday off of work. Thinking, see, this would be a good thing for that, but I don't know what I'm going to do down here. If I wanted, I don't need, although this is for gratitude, so I could put a big box in there. I don't need floral in here. Let's grab another. I don't want to use them all because I, you know, want to save some. Let's take, and I'm not worrying about the color because all of these colors go together. So if I did that one right inside the box there, which I think I might. So I took Friday off and I woke up and I went to my dealership and, you know, they take it and it was jam-packed, of course. And, oh, well, before that, Thursday night, so I don't know how to change it. So I have that roadside assistance through my insurance. So I call, I think it was like 6:30. Yeah, they said within 30 minutes. Y'all, somebody did not get here until 9:45 that night. It took till 10:30. I'm like, y'all, I'm being tested, but I'm failing because I just can't do it anymore. So let's see. I know I have that one there, and I'm thinking maybe this one, if I do it up here, then a larger quote in here. Or I could do the quote here so I don't have all these boxes together and do some boxes over here. So I'm like, I can't anymore. Dream big. You can. End of story. That kind of goes with I can do hard things. I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to have to check. I don't know if she has more of these, but of course shipping has skyrocketed. And I hate paying a whole lot for shipping. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So Friday I wake up. You know, I have to drive slow because, you know, I'm driving with a donut on the car. And of course, that's when everybody wants to use the road as a speedway. You know, when I'm going to work, they all go 2 miles an hour. But, you know, when I'm trying to go slower because I'm riding on a donut, they all want to speed. I'm like, yeah, okay. So maybe just right in the middle there, that might work. So I get there, have the tires, they start working on the tires, and I've been thinking about buying a new car. But my car was a 2013. I mean, I keep cars as long as I can usually because sticker shock, when I'm looking at the prices, I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, I was always interested in a Honda Passport. I'm thinking this here, a box here, maybe a box in here, or this here. No, I think right there. So, you know, I'm walking around, nobody's coming to me. So I go to somebody, I ask them, you know, we test drive it. Long story short, and it stressed me out. Because when I know I'm spending that much money, I was so stressed out. And, you know, it takes 127 years. But finally, I did it, and I bought a 2026, whatever I said, Honda Passport. See, I'm still stressed. Now, do I want this here? No, I think I want a bigger box in here. And then maybe this one over in here. I kind of want another hit of floral, though, like I did on the other side. But do I really need it? I mean, let's be honest. So then I was stressed because now I have a car payment, and I haven't had a car payment. Look at how this is. See, mine does this, and look at how much larger this offset is compared to this one. So I guess I shouldn't feel bad that when I make mine, that happens too. I think I want to put this more here because I could put it here, but then I have more blank space there. So if I put it here, it kind of takes care of that. What a bigger box, right? Could I get away with using this one from last week that I never... You know what? I better save it because I'll be looking for something. Anyway, let's use one more box. Do I have enough? Sure I do. And now, of course, the phone's ringing. So let me silence that. I think just a box here. And you know what? I'm just going to use this one. And we're going to do it and be done, and Bob's your uncle. I know it's got that floral in there, but... Now, I could do it here, but again... Or I could put it here, and because I have those dots, 2 dots, maybe I'll do that. I'll put the 2 dots, the 2 bullets there, since I have them on the other side. So now this car is, or this is an SUV, and ooh, honey, does it feel like an SUV? Because my last one, again, I had a Honda CRV, but it was not, it felt like a car. I mean, I had to, basically get down to get in it, and I'm not a big fan of that. So this one feels like a tank compared to my old car. I mean, I've gone in my old CRV, zero technology. I mean, zero. To complete technology. Everything's digital, so I really got to get used to it. So I took it driving around, did my Ollie shopping yesterday, just to get the feel for it, because I know Monday, when I drive to work, the highway that I drive on is insane. There are accidents constantly. It's like one of the most dangerous roads in the United States. It's highways, whatever you want to call it. I think that looks good. So I think, now, sidebar, I don't need it. Look at how much space I have to write in. I'm never going to fill all that up. This is gratitude, but everything else is function. So let me go ahead, put this on the discs, and I'll be back quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay, I went ahead, put it on the disc. Isn't this nice? Trust the timing of your life. Ooh, I really got to think about that one now. Because, like I said, buying this new vehicle, I'm trying to save for retirement. And now, whoosh. So, I don't know. In any event, let's focus. So I went ahead, put it on the discs, and bam, what do we think? I like the way it looks. It's very functional. Maybe a little bit too much functional. You know what I'm thinking, since I have this floral here? Is it going to be too busy if I stick one in there? This just hit me. I don't know. I didn't think about this. Let's see if we could put a small one in there. Are there smaller ones? Yeah, like this one. I wonder. Let's take it. Let's take our pokey tool. So let's get this up, and let's just put it right inside there, shall we? Just like this. Why not? How pretty is that? Okay, again, the sidebar I'm just going to leave blank because, I don't want to fill it up just for the sake of filling it up because I have so much, I don't need it. So, yeah, I think that's it. So, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for listening to me. It's, you know how it is sometimes when you got to vent things and just to kind of release it and let it go because you keep thinking about it. And then the rest of the day spirals and so on to bigger and better things, right? So thank you so much again. My channel is growing. I am almost to, is it 2,600? 27? Something. I forget because, my mind is, but if you could help me out, if you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell. That would really, really help me out. I am trying to hit 3,000. That's my goal for the end of this year, you know, before January. So if I could do that, that would be fantastic. So thanks again for joining me. I hope, as always, to provide some entertainment, to provide some, you know, inspiration. Maybe this is too busy for you, or maybe you like to stay on the lines, but, you know, I'm sure you can get an idea. Even like somebody mentioned, and I always forget that, you know, I have new people to my channel, people who may be new to planning, and I don't think, like when I use the wax paper, I don't think to explain all the time why I'm using it. But you know, I had a comment from somebody that they never thought of this and they were so excited. So I got to try and keep that in mind. So if I do something and you have a question, you know, you're new, you're wondering, please let me know. Also, if you're new, just because now I'm yakking, but don't worry about trying to copy somebody else's or thinking, oh, do you have to put this here or this here? I remember I started by watching Planning with Bumble. And her spreads, I'm telling you, are works of art. I mean, they're perfect. I mean, they're gorgeous. So I tried to copy hers and make mine look like hers. Well, that didn't happen. Mine looked nothing like hers. So it's like, I kind of learned to get inspiration from her, but then, you know, kind of do my own thing, if that makes sense. So, like I said, I'm hoping to provide inspiration and tips and tricks and ideas, but eventually, you know, you'll find your own groove and you'll find your own style. Now with me, you know, usually, I don't want to say usually because lately, you know, I like trying different things. I like experimenting. So, you know, to see what you like, what you don't like. And remember, if you don't like it, you only have to look at it for 1 week. And then you turn the page and you're on to a new week. So anyway, I blabbered enough. Thanks again so much for watching me. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section because I believe that does help the algorithm to push my videos out to more people. And I hope everybody has a safe, productive week and a happy week. I will see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.